Hi everyone, it's Nicole and I'm here with another layout. This is also a page kit that I had put together over a year ago. I'm trying to get through the rest of them. I think at this point I had like 10 or 12 of them, and I'm trying to use them up because I want to put together a whole slew of them again together, and then I'll be good for all this year whenever I'm feeling a little, I don't know what to scrapbook, or if I don't have a kit all done up, I can just grab one of these page kits and just get going. Now I'm going to do something very similar to the last page I did, except this time I'm going to do different layers as far as, or strips as far as the top. And a while ago, the two pictures, that it was 3x4 and then 4x6, and this time I'm keeping one at 4x6, and then I'm making the other one 3x6, and I'm taping them together top to bottom. So then it's probably closer to 7x6, so almost a square, but not quite. And I guess I'm going to cut it down about a half an inch. So 5x7. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to take one, whoops, I don't know what happened there, because usually I'm not able to hit my tripod because it's to the ceiling. Very odd. Anyway, sorry about that. I'm going to do the same thing as far as I'm going to cut it down to about 8x8, a square. And then I'm going to cut down a strip for the top that's going to be approximately 3 inches. I don't measure stuff. I usually kind of just take pattern papers and just start cutting. And usually when I start a layout, most of the time I have no idea what I'm going to go. I just have my pictures, and from the pictures then I kind of decide, do I want to cut these down? And from what I cut the pictures down to, then that kind of helps decide how my layout is going to go. So I know I want to use that light pink. It's sort of distressed in the background, and then I cut that polka dot about 3 inches, and I haven't decided how big I want to cut that pink pattern paper with all the words. So that's why I'm kind of playing with the embellishment clusters instead. And if I don't know what I'm going to do, I just move on to the next thing. And then while I'm doing that, I'm kind of thinking of, the other thing that I couldn't make up my mind. So I kind of decided how long I wanted it. You saw me using my pencil and I kind of ticked it. Now I'm trying to figure out how wide I want it. So I'm kind of putting the embellishments, and this little pocket, I love that. It's like a vellum pocket, and it's got a journaling card inside. So by putting all the embellishments together, I kind of figured, and again, I didn't measure, but it looks roughly 8x8, 9x9. And I think the last layout was about 8x8, and I think this one is about 9x9. It looks a little bigger. And now I'm going through my inks and deciding what color I'm going to use to distress all the pattern papers. And again, this page kit was put together over a year ago. And when I put my page kits together, I usually decide on one color or 2 or 3 colors, and I pull as many embellishments, not going overboard. I don't pull like 50 embellishments. Like I said in the last layout, I usually make it between 12 and 17, 18 embellishments, making sure that I have embellishments that I can use as the base. So rectangles, circles, labels, tags, and then other embellishments such as stickers. I always make sure I have little embellishments that I can use to finish off an embellishment cluster, so like little hearts, enamel dots, and then I make sure that I have embellishments that have some bulk to it, because the stickers are kind of flat. So I bring in either some wood veneers and some flares or something like that. Now I have cut down everything, so I'm going to start putting it together. And while I'm putting it together, I'll just tell you a little bit about the photos. So this is myself and my friend Evelyn, and I seem to have scrapbooked her a lot lately. I've been kind of thinking of all our trips that we have done, and as I was unpacking, I found quite a few photos of our little adventures together. And so I just feel like scrapbooking them. And when was it? Today is Thursday. On Monday, she texted me and she said, like, woohoo, I just signed up for Crop and Create. So yes. So she's going to be there, which is like not this coming weekend, like Friday, Saturday, but it's next weekend. And we have a hotel room, which for us, we really didn't need a hotel room because she's like 10 minutes away from the hotel and I'm like 20 minutes. But it's just nice to be able to be there. And, if you want to stay till midnight and then you just go upstairs and you go to bed. And then the next morning when you wake up, you're right there. And it just makes it sort of like a mini getaway. And so there's just going to be the two of us in the room. Our other friend is out somewhere on vacation. She just retired this last July or August or something. And they've been enjoying traveling and stuff. So I think she's just coming home at the end of March. So she won't be there. So Karen, if you're listening to this, we're going to miss you. And I don't think her other friend Joanne, I don't think she's coming either. So Joanne, if you're listening, we're going to miss you too. But I was so excited when she texted me and said that she was going. And so now I'm going to have someone to sit with and chat with. I'm sure I would have found someone to chat with and stuff. But it's just nice to have a friend there too, because of life and everything, you just don't have a lot of time to spend with your friends. Although today I went to her house and spent a couple of hours just chatting. But before that, it was like a couple of months. And before that, it was like 6 months that I hadn't seen her. So it'll be nice to spend some time with her, some quality time, and just sit and scrap. So that's going to be a ton of fun. So I'm looking so forward to that. That is 8 days away. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to prep for this Crop and Create, and I'm going to film it and I'm going to share it with you. And like I said, Mondays and Wednesdays, it's going to be voiceover videos like this. And then on Fridays, it's going to be DIY. And then on Saturdays, not all the time, but once in a while, whenever I have a video to put up, I'll have real-time videos. So probably one of the first ones I'll do is packing for Crop and Create and how I'm going to go about doing it and what I'm going to pack and the kits I'm going to make. And I'm going to share that with you guys. It'll probably only go up after I've been to Crop and Create, but that's okay. Or while I'm at Crop and Create, I might be able to upload one of them. And the way my hands are going, it looks like I'm talking to someone. I'm kind of wondering if I didn't do part of this video as real time, but it's been so long since I've done this that I'm going to keep the real time, like I said, for Saturdays and only on Saturdays. And then it won't matter the order that I put them in. I'll just make sure that as soon as I tape one, I'll put it the very next Saturday. And then that way, the stuff that I'm talking about is not like 3 weeks old, because this layout was done probably about 2 weeks ago. And I have close to 12 layouts done right now. And so it's going to take a long time before those are uploaded. So I'll make sure that whenever I do real time that I upload it closer to the date so that it's not like really talking about, older stuff. So as you can tell, it took me quite a while to find the letters that I wanted. I really like those doodle bug teensy type letters, but I didn't have all the right letters. And these are from Basic Gray, and I absolutely love them. I have them in quite a few colors, but I just showed you there. I did buy a few of them that were in white, so then I can color them. Now, the Travel Mate, I really, really liked it on top of the heart. And the reason that I didn't, and I was kind of showing you with my hands, because I put that washi tape there, which I really like, it created then a trapped space. And if I put my title on top of the heart, then I found that it was creating some trap space. But by putting my title there, it makes it like it was, that's how I meant it to be. So that's why I decided to change my title. I did use some puffy stickers on this, some enamel dots. I added some black mist, and that's going to complete this layout. Here are some few close-ups. And again, I upload Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. If you're new to my channel, make sure to subscribe. And if you like these videos, if you wouldn't mind giving me a thumbs up. And I just want to thank you so much for joining me. Thanks for watching. Bye.